Well, hey there, landlords. Our old friend is coming back, and that is rent control. Rent control. More and more places throughout the country, from New York and now Orlando, are considering preventing us from raising rents to match inflation. So, let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Brad Rohrs with the Rohrs team. I'm a landlord here in Washington, D.C., so I'm very familiar with local municipalities trying to put their thumb on our business and how we rent houses out. So what's going on, what's happening, and how do we adapt to it? So right off the bat, we know that we've seen inflation just across the board. And the people who rent from us, they probably think, oh gosh, we're just raising money, we're raising rents because we're greedy and all that. Our costs have gone up across the board. This is just something that's affecting everybody. So we have a sort of a political and economic divide here, where the political solution doesn't always match the economic solution. So you're going to see this in areas. You're going to have your cost of business go up 20-30%. You're ready to pass those costs on, which is your right as a landlord, and the government is going to say no. So let's talk about how we can respond to this. The first is we have to know what our local rules and regulations are. So sometimes we can't raise rent on a current tenant, but if we allow that tenant's lease to expire, we can then just simply rent to somebody else and thus increase our rent to what the market value is. Now, in some of these areas, particularly where they're having rent control, we need to show substantial improvement to justify an increase in rents. So first thing we have to do is we have to let the tenant's lease expire, get them out. Then we have to do some type of renovation, which is going to be justifiable, so the local landlord authorities can't come and say that we're not allowed to charge the rent that we want to charge. So what I suggest, the cheapest stuff to do, I'd say granite countertops if you don't have them. If you don't have stainless steel appliances, put those in there because they're not expensive, but they show a lot more value, and the people who are judging this are not landlords, not real estate professionals. They're just bureaucrats who are looking to check some boxes. Other ways that you can really kind of show off is, frankly, staging, because they're going to go off of what the pictures are. So if you really stage the place well in the pictures, you'll be able to justify an increase in rent. Now, let's assume that you can't do all this. Like if they put a hard cap on the amount that you can rent for, there are some options here. The first is to go to short-term rentals, and this is sometimes an amazing option as long as your HOA or condo association allows you to do so, where, okay, yeah, you can't charge this person more than $2,000 a month in rent, but maybe you can go to short-term rentals for that townhouse and get to $3,000 to $4,000. It's a pain in the butt. You have people coming in and out all the time, and it's not guaranteed for a 12-month period, but you can go from a situation where you are getting capped anyway, and you can blow past that cap and maybe even make a little bit more money. Now, one way I don't recommend is don't go the slumlord route, which is where you'll just simply, okay, I'm not getting the rent, I'll let the place deteriorate, and whatever, I'll just get a bad house and I'll let it be bad, because whatever, there's just not enough supply for the tenants anyway, they'll have to rent my property. That's a good way to get the worst possible tenants, and regardless of what's going on elsewhere, I do recommend that you not go the slumlording route. It's the on-paper terms are terrific being a slumlord. The reality is much different. So those are some ways that you can handle dealing with this, I think, completely unethical rent control that they're putting on property owners. But yeah, just think this thing through. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below or contact me at the Rohrs team. So if you are interested in purchasing real estate in America and want to learn more, simply click on our link below and apply to be our client. I am Brad from the Rohrs team, and I hope this video has provided value to you.